Hello, whoever just came in. How you doing today? Make sure you like and comment. If you've been with a narc before, come in and tell me how quick you feel for a narc. While I retwist my hair real quick. How do I see my comments? I think my comments are on. Please say hi so I can see who you are. Hey, to whoever just came in the room. Two people in the room. Hey, Lukey. Is it Lukey? Hi, how you doing? Don't mind me. Just retwisting my hair. Have you ever been with a narc before, Lukey? I always be, when I be reading the comments you be leaving, I always say Lucky. But Lukey, I believe it is. Yeah. Tell me if you ever been with a narc and how long did it take for you to fall for the narc? Hey Victoria, how you doing? Hey Curia. Hello. Hey your girl Lele. HP. Valerie, how y'all doing? Oh Lord, I feel like we gonna have some bots in the room by some of these names. But how y'all doing today? Come in and tell me. Good God, I know these some bots. Talk about some 139 people viewing. I know you lying. Anyways, hey everybody. If you ever dealt with a narc before, a narcissistic or toxic person, how long did it take you to fall for that toxic or narcissistic person? And let's talk about it. How y'all doing today? Hey, Nikit from India. Nice to meet you. Thanks for joining my live. Hey, Kelly. Thank you for subscribing, sweetie. Who we got? I cannot pronounce their name. Oh, this Anna girl is appearing everywhere. Hi, Anna. Mohammed. Why are you wasting time? Listen, Mohammed, don't come in here playing. Go on about your business. I asked you a question. If you've ever dealt with a narc before, tell me how quick you fell for a narc. So if you ain't fell for no narc and you ain't dated no narc, don't come in here with the foolishness. You all don't mind you staying in here hanging out, but don't come in here with that foolishness. I ain't got time for that. Hi, Vashaili. Hi, how you doing? Mustafa, oh Lord. Y'all popping through. I can't even keep up with the names. But hello to everyone. How are you guys doing today? Thanks for stopping by. Selena, thank you. Thanks for joining my live. I am from the United States. Hello. My name is Beans. Are good. Hi, Beans. Nice to meet you. Vashali, thank you so much. Thank you, Lukey. Can I tell you something? Chlorinated hypothetical water. I'm going to let you say something, but if you say something crazy, I'm going to block you. So please come talking with some sense, please. I do not normally do lives. I normally deal with the comments in the on my shorts. So if you come in here acting crazy, I promise you I will block you. But go ahead, ask your question. You say I won't, maybe. Okay. Thank you, Akash. Nice. What? Are you mad? I am definitely not mad, baby. Do you see the smile on my face? If I was mad, I'd be a whole different vibe. But I just know how this thing work with people coming in here, be saying all that crazy stuff and having people getting all up on, getting out of their character. Y'all ain't finna do that to me. Shalyssa don't play that. I ain't finna do it. My block game so strong, baby, I will hit that button quick. So if you want to be in here, be in here. If you don't, keep scrolling. There's other people who live who don't mind arguing with you. But we got good vibes up in here. We chilling. So we got 46 people in here. If you've ever dealt with a narc or a toxic relationship, let me see some hands. Put your hands in the air so I can see, because I want to know how long did it take you guys to fall for the toxic person or the narcissist that you dealt with. For me, it took me, well, he was working me, so I'm not gonna say it was like a week or whatever, but when we did the initial talking and, you know, so I was letting him know that I was available or whatever, it was just like that. It was instantly, because at the time I was about to move to Georgia, and being that he didn't want me to move to Georgia, he offered up a place to put me and my son in, and so he became like my knight in shining armor. So it happened instantly, and from there I met his mom. From me, his mom, I met his kids, well, some of the kids that he claimed to, you know, father or whatever, and he was a great dad to those kids or whatever, but it was all a facade. It was a, you know, I'm a single parent, so he had to make it look good, so I trust him and all that good stuff. But definitely, I'll say about a week, everything happened so fast. I met his mom, I met his sisters, I met his kids, and it was on from there. We went out of town, we started renting cars, we lived together, and it was crazy. It was, time flew by so fast that I didn't have time to swallow nor blink before I was committed into this relationship with him. And I wanted to take things a little bit slower because I had just got out of it with the crackhead, but then turned around and he was like, I ain't putting no brakes on nothing. We got to do this. So, you know, that's how quick it was for me. Where are you from? Satya. I am in Georgia. You like BBW? I am a BBW. You're from India. Big ups to India. I heard Dubai is beautiful, Satya. One day I'm going to take a trip there. One day. All narcissists want is stuff. Sorry that happened to you, ma'am. Yep. You know what? It's my journey. I went through it, and hey, I'm here to tell my story, and that's all that matters. And I'm healing and moving forward with my life. And I'm here throwing out those red flags and signs for anybody else who's unsure about whether they're in a toxic relationship or a narcissistic relationship. When you see those signs, baby, don't discard them. Don't discard them. Take heed, examine your relationship, and move forward and do what you gotta do, because you don't want to go down that road of dealing with a narc. I promise you, you don't. It's a waste of time. Monica Stokes, hi, how you doing? Thank you. I appreciate that you love my channel, and thank you for all your support. I really do. Fagaster. How you doing, boo? Iconic, thank you. Plum Duff. I always look for the red flags now. Most definitely. You got to. And you can't ignore them, because dealing with a narc, you will definitely be on an emotional roller coaster that will just waste your time. So, yeah, catch them red flags immediately so that way you can move forward and don't get sucked down the drain with them. But you got geometral dominated. Hi, Chris Gale's sister. Chandragari. I'm pretty good with names, but sometimes I get a little thrown off with the spelling. So Chandra girl, that's it. Okay, my bad. Chandra girl, how you doing? If you're still in the building. Plum Duff, if it's too good to be true, it normally is. Yes, most definitely. If it's too good to be true, baby, let me tell you, don't go for it. Like, think about it, because they play these games so good, baby. I'm telling you, like, You'll think that, oh, I ain't gonna never run into a narc, and a narc ain't gonna never get me down like they did somebody else. Baby, they will get you. They are very clever, but you just gotta have your spidey senses on. That third eye they be talking about, you gotta have that thing open, baby, because once you've been through it and you've been taking through it to the max, yeah, you be like, oh no, listen. That's why I told y'all I gotta sit and heal, because I'm like, baby, everybody on narc. you be like, I think you beautiful, sir. Don't complain. You got some narc tendencies going on here. Like, don't complain. You know what I'm saying? But I'm working on that. I'm working on it, because I do know that everybody in the world are not narcissists, but people do have toxic traits. You know what I'm saying? And that's still not good either. And there's no perfect person, so let's not get that wrong. It ain't no perfect person. Everybody got their baggage and their flaws and everything, but some things are just a little more toxic than it need to be for a healthy relationship. And that's all I'm saying is I want something that ain't over the meter toxic. So I just want to be in a healthy relationship, you know what I'm saying, where we can have issues, but we can actually sit down, communicate about those things, and we can move forward. It ain't got to be no tit for tat, no petty business going on and all that good stuff, and then you want to rage out on me because you can't take accountability for your stuff. We don't want to do that. All right, Rakesh, mind your business. Don't worry about my legs, baby. Just worry about if you done dealt with a narc, how long it took you to fall for one. That's all I want to know. We don't need to worry about my legs. That's my business. Mika Love, how you doing, baby? That's good. You say you feel the same way? Yep, definitely. The better alone than with a narcissist. I know that's right. Listen, I'm enjoying my little piece. I ain't got to worry about waking up and what lie I'm going to hear today, or what kind of craziness I'm going to run into throughout the day. I'm good. I'm peaceful. I can sit in my bed and watch TV or do whatever I want to do, and I ain't got to worry about whether the narc happy, what attitude he going to have, if he going to wake up a nice person the next day, or if he going to want to do something or not want to do something. Ain't nobody got time for that. Now I get to just move how I want to move, and I ain't got to have no consideration or no second thoughts about what this narc want to do, because I done spent too much time doing that. Let him ruin things, and I can't plan my day, because if he don't want to go, then I don't want to go, because then he gonna make me feel miserable and all that good stuff. I ain't gotta worry about that. So baby, when I go, I can go for however long I want to, and I can be at peace of what time I want to leave. I ain't got to be on nobody else's time. So I'm definitely enjoying my peace. Only Reels, where you from? Georgia. Nicola, how do you see the red flags? So if you got somebody like they're constantly lying and you know they're lying, you ask them, well, for a narc, let's just say for a narc, because it's a lot of different red flags. There's so many red flags that you can't even keep up with them. But I'm telling you, just go look at a whole bunch of different videos and things like that on narcissists and toxic people, and you'll see, because there are so many different red flags. But number one for a narc is, baby, they won't take accountability for nothing. You can see them putting on the red shoe, and they gonna tell you the shoe is purple. If you got somebody playing with you like that, that's very toxic and narcissistic. You don't need that in your life. You know what I'm saying? If you can't ask them a simple question about something that's common sense, and they want to get an attitude, want to fight, maybe hit you, something like that, you're dealing with a toxic person. You know what I'm saying? It ain't healthy. You know what I'm saying? But there's so many different signs. Different people done experience so many different things, and so there's not just one way to tell that you're dealing with a toxic person. But 9 times out of 10 are taking accountability, cheating, lying, stealing, physically abusing you, mentally abusing you, all of that stuff, verbally. They downing you instead of lifting you up. We got a problem. I need to pump my brakes and see about some things, sir, ma'am. Like, I don't like how you making me feel. And if they can't respect that, then you got a toxic person. Because somebody who's healthy, who practices healthy relationship, But you know, a healthy relationship, the person will want to talk to you and communicate and hear you out. If they're hurting you, they want to know that they're, you know, what they can do to change how they're making you feel if they really care about you. Your words are so true, girly. Thank you. Duff, narcissists listen to you, then pretend to be. Yes, they do. They do listen to you to pretend like they are you, baby. That's what I'm learning now. To stop running my mouth so much when I first started talking to people. Because you know what? How the narc got me real good is because I sat down. When I tell y'all, I laid every single thing out on the table that I was looking for in a man. And baby, he was doing his homework. I'm telling you, he was doing his homework. And what I should have paid attention to, which I told him that all the time. I'm like, the day that we first started talking and I sat down, I laid everything out for you of, this is what I'm looking for in a relationship. This is what I want. This is what I'm not looking for. This, that, and the third. I said, you said nothing. He didn't say not one word back to me. He didn't even say, well, this is what I'm looking for in a woman. This is what I'm looking for in a relationship. And this is what I'm not going to tolerate. This is what I am going to tolerate. He ain't say nothing. Homeboy sat right there and just looked at me and smiled like, yeah, she giving me all the information I need, baby. Yes. He wouldn't say not one word. And I asked him, like, okay, so then what is it that you're looking for in a woman? He was like, I found it right here in front of me. You know what I'm saying? And the little smooth talk at the time, I fell for it. Yeah, I did. I fell for it or whatever. But he didn't say not one word. And that should have been a red flag to me. But I did not catch it at that time because I was on the journey then of finding love. But trying to find somebody to love me the same way I want to love them back. But I needed to love myself first, because that's why I was so unsure of the different things that I was allowing in my relationships, because I said one thing out of my mouth, but I allowed him to do all of those things that I said I didn't want. And he, you know what I'm saying? So he ran with it. They're opportunists. They play with your mind. And I'm telling you, they would dress themselves up to be exactly what you tell them. And he did that. He was like, oh yeah, she gave me the key to success. And I'm like, dang, now that I look back at it. He didn't say nothing. They sit there and they listen to you real good. They get everything we give them the cheat sheet. So ain't no need for them to do a whole lot of stuff, because you just told them exactly what he need to do to play with myself. Now, that didn't sound good, but to play with my mental. I gave him the cheat sheet to play with my mental. So yes, they will pretend to be you and to be exactly what you say you want in the person that you're looking for. Okay, let's go back up. Okay, there we go. Better alone than with a narcissist. Okay, Mika Love, narcissist is the move, then toxic, pure evil. Yes, they is. Very evil. Baby, I'm that thing gonna sit there and smirk at you at everything. Look right at you. Know they doing you wrong. And if you say something about it, you finna get punished. Don't check no narcissist, baby. They gonna get you. You gonna be in the wrong, and you gotta be punished. You gotta be taught a lesson. Don't come over here playing with no narc. Don't hold them accountable for nothing. Okay, Plum. So we're in the stereo madness situation. Okay. All right. Victoria, love my peace. Thank you, sweetie. I try to, basically, I am a peaceful person, and I guess that's how you get played with. You know what I'm saying? People take your kindness for weakness, and the narc did. He got the butter out the duck. He really did, because I am really, even though I am loving, being that I've been played with so much in relationships and stuff, I do have a hard core on top that they have to break through, and a narcissist will definitely break down that wall that you have up. They would try their hardest. If they see there's a wall, baby, they ain't got no problem with climbing up that wall and tearing it down bit by bit. But quickly though, they gonna tear that wall down quickly. Oh, you don't want to fall in love quick? Oh, no, we finna fall in love today, baby. You finna learn today. You gonna learn today. We falling in love. And it's like, you know, I was trying to pump my brakes with him, but nah, it was already full speed. But, you know, I tried to stay peaceful and, like, he had sickle cell, so that played a big role in it too. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, you know, because normally I'm a fighter. I am a fighter, and I've been working on that for years, because the relationship that I was in with the crackhead, I fought a lot with him. And so being that I had just came out of that relationship with him, that stuff was still fresh on me. So it was times I wanted to, you know, with the narc, but I didn't, because he had sickle cell and he was fragile to me, and I didn't want to hurt him or anything like that. But the hardcore shell that I had on me was starting to come back. That's why this last time around I had to go ahead and just call it quits. When he was like, oh, I'm about to move into another place, this, that, and third. Sir, that's great. I appreciate that. That works for me too. Yeah, that works for me too. So when I said that to him, which that was something I never said before, his jaw dropped like, what? Hold on, that ain't how that was supposed to work. Yeah, sir. You thought that same game you've been playing on me all these years was gonna work for this last time, but I had already told him, you come back into the relationship this time and you leave, the door is closed, baby. The locks will be changed. Ain't no more entrance, no more access. Access is denied. So that's where we at. I wasn't playing with him, because you done already took me up and through this game too many times now. So I'm not. And it was getting to the point where I was about to put my hands on him the night before he actually left, because he was really trying me. I'm talking about with that evil smirk, sitting in the corner just looking at me. I'm minding my business. I'm watching TV. I'm taking care of the business that pays me. I ain't worried about him, because you finna go. That's all I was concerned about. Sit there, be at peace, and leave me alone. Do your thing. Going on, sir. That's all I asked. But he wanted to kick it up a notch, and so I kicked it up an extra notch. You know what I'm saying? So when I say I could be petty, I could be petty too. But I turned that down for him, and that's what be making me mad sometimes too, is because, boy, I used all my niceness on you for nothing, you know. But it's okay. My journey was my journey, and it got me to this place, so that's good. But baby, I'm telling you, they will push you to the limit. They really will. Have you out here acting all out of character. Mika, love, I need to be alone to find myself again and to love on myself again. That's what I'm talking about, Mika. That's it. Listen, I want to be in a relationship. I do. I want something nice and healthy and all that good stuff. But I'm not ready to jump into something else, baby. Because see, I still got narc fresh on my heart. Like everybody a narc right now. So you come in, people, listen, it's so bad. People be giving me compliments in the streets and stuff, and I don't even look nobody in their face. I just keep, if it's a man, baby, I'll be like, thank you. Like, I don't want to give you the eye contact, because the narc thing just, I don't know, I feel like it just see right through me or something, so I don't even want to give nobody no eye contact. But people be giving me compliments. This man was looking at me last night and my son got on him. I was like, son, listen, you ain't got to say nothing, because listen, I didn't get a man eye contact. The man said, you look real nice tonight, ma'am. And my head was down, shaking up my cup of ice before I threw it back. I was like, thank you. And he all like this, trying to see my face, and I'm like, nope. I don't want no eye contact, because I don't want no problems. I don't want no problems. Nope. So, only thing my ex-narcissist gave me was debt. And they'll do that too. Well, my narc, not my narc. I always try not to say that. But the narc I dealt with had himself in debt and was trying to put me in debt too. But he with them loans and stuff. He liked to get a whole bunch of loans. And see, I done been there before. Been there and done that. And that's a cycle that's hard to get out of. And I was trying to tell him that. I was like, you've been stuck in this cycle ever since I met you. I was like, so he was like, you know, we had fell on hard times or whatever. He's like, you need to go get a loan. I said, no, that's the last thing I need to do. No loans. I said, because I've done that before. I said, and I've finally been free of loans and stuff for years. I was in debt with loans back in my 20s or whatever, my early 20s. And baby, once I crawled out of that hole, I ain't go back. Because it's a hard hole to get out of, but it's very easy to get in that hole. And so I'm like, you know what? Now you need to figure out how you gonna get out of that hole, because basically what you doing is you getting this loan to pay this loan to pay that loan to pay this loan. And so it's like, it's crazy, but want to tell me how to manage money. Sir, no, not when you got all this loan debt. Don't tell me. But he made it look like he was handling business. He made it look like he was handling all of them different loans, and that it was just so good to have all these loans that he got. And when I sit back and look at it now, I'm like, boy, he was broke as a joke. But mentally trying to make me think that he got so much money. Oh, I got to make sure you the right one to handle all my money in the end. Wait, what money? You ain't got no money, man. Like, go on, quit playing, man. Find somebody else to play with. He ain't got no money. He ain't got no money. He just got loans, insurance. That's what he got. Ophelia, yes, girl, I have, but I left him. I never fell in love with him, and he stayed across the street from me. But the thing can't get enough of me. I don't pay him no attention. Baby, that's the best way to move. Yep, keep it pushing. Don't give him no time, because I'm telling you, boy, you say hi back to a narc, baby, and they feel like that's the doorway to get in. Like, oh, you just opened the door for me, baby. You said hey back. Oh yeah. And with the online dating too, the one I dealt with, baby, he stayed on them dating websites. I'm telling you, I'm telling the day that I found out that he was supposedly moving into his own place, which caused the breakup in the first place or whatever, I knew that everything in me was telling me that nah, he ain't found no place. He ain't found his own place. He found another home to go to. He found a new supply to take him in, and he was just here till he worked her over good enough to let him move in with her. And so when he told me that, when we had the conversation about it, because what happened was he slipped up and sent it to me in a text, but I was texting him from an unknown number. This how what's the word, like, so gullible, maybe that ain't the word, but thirsty. That thirsty is the word. How thirsty the narc be is that he ain't even gotta know the number, and he just gonna start blurting out random stuff. I'm sitting here, but I sent the message so fast that I forgot to tell him that the message was coming from me for my sake, because I know that if I just send this message to him, he don't care who it is. He done made friends with people just by accidentally calling the wrong number. He done found women just like that. So I know because of that if I don't state that it's me in this message, he gonna think that he just talking to a random person, and he ain't gonna ask no questions. He just gonna get down to the nitty gritty of what it is that he looking for. Because if he hear another woman on the end of the phone, that's all he need to hear. He don't care what you look like, how old you is, no nothing. Is a woman. That's all he needs to know. So I sent him this message. And I'm like, if you can't reach me, if something happens to my other phone, here's a number you can reach me on. He texts back so freaking fast. I was in the middle of texting, and it's me, babe. Before I can get the next text message out to him, and he done already responded to this one. And he's saying, oh yeah, my people in Tallahassee said that they got a place ready for me, so I'm gonna go ahead and move there. And I'm like, how? I didn't even say it was me. How did you just assume that it was me and you just send that message? So, of course, I call him, and I can't really hear him on the phone. Where I was at, the service was bad, and so I couldn't make out what he was trying to say to me on the phone. But I knew that if I didn't ask him right then and there, that was going to give him time, because I still had an hour of work left. That was going to give him a whole hour to think of a good lie to tell me about that text message that he sent me accidentally. But I thought was accidentally, but now that I'm finding out how narcs work, it was intentional. You know what I'm saying? So I go home and I talk to him face to face about the text message or whatever, and he says, "No, I've been told you that I was only here until I find somewhere to go." No, hell, you didn't, sir. We didn't discuss that, because if that was the case, you wouldn't have never came back here. If you were only coming here to stay until you found somewhere else to go to be with another woman, is you crazy? You out your mind, right? Yeah, you out your mind. So that's the type of stupidness that you would deal with in a toxic or narcissistic relationship. I'm telling you, the dumb stuff that he said, those were conversations like that all the time. Just lie about anything. So yeah, girl, listen, stay to yourself, because they'll trip. Mika Love, after dealing with the narcissist, you don't realize how much of enjoying life you have missed. Yes. Let me tell you, it's so freeing to know that when I go out of town or I go somewhere, I ain't got to be on no time limit. I'm telling you, and it ain't him verbally saying what time you coming back or you can only stay till such and such time. No, that's what I'm doing to myself automatically, because now I'm thinking to myself, well, if I go over here and have too much fun and he's not here, then he's going to be like, well, how long you went over there and stayed all day long and left me in the house by myself, but you chose to stay home. So then that becomes your fault too. I'm telling you, these people crazy. I love it. I love waking up when I want to wake up and the headache ain't laying next to me and I ain't got to sit there and look at him for a minute like, is he going to have attitude today? Is he going to be in a loving mood today? Is he going to want to act like my man today? I don't know. But I ain't got to wake up like that no more. So it's very, very peaceful. Very. Kay's World. Hey, boo. How you doing? Yes, they are mostly controlling. They are very controlling. Listen, he tried to control. I like the Usher. And, well, I still like Usher. I love his music or whatever. And we traveling. Now that he done found out that I love Usher, do you know that every time Usher came on, this man would hit the skip button on my songs? But he was like, I don't like him. I don't this, that, and the third. Why you don't like him? You got people that you listen to that I don't like, but I don't skip your songs when it's on your playlist. This my playlist playing. He gonna skip the song as soon as he hear a little beat that's starting with Usher's song. He click, he skip it, and then look at me like, I dare you to say something about Usher. Listen, I used to be crazy about Usher. I done growed up now. But if he'd have tried that some years back, baby, his whole head would have been through the window. Because you playing too much. You playing too much now. You need to stop playing. But yes, they are very controlling. So he want to control when Usher comes on. He skips my song. And so now, here it is. Me being considerate. Every time we traveling and Usher come on, what my dumb butt do? Push the skip button because I don't want him upset over here. Never again. Never again. That was stupid, but very controlling. The crackhead was controlling too. He needed to know my every move, where I was at, who I was with, what time I'm coming back, how long they gonna be gone. He needed to know everything. I need to know what's going on in the background. That junk is a killer for me. It really is. Plum, I love the peace after they have gone. Yes, it is so much better, so much peaceful. I ain't gotta walk in and you can feel the energy change when a narcissist is around you. I come home from work and I come in my room and he'll be sitting in here, and whatever energy he done let off in the room, listen, I either feel it's a joyous energy or it's a dark energy. And on them dark energy days, I just walk in, go straight to the shower. I ain't even gonna speak. But he'll be upset because I ain't speaking to him. Sir, I ain't finna play with you. I know you ain't in no good mood right now, so I'm not finna do that. So when I started moving like that, he couldn't stand that because I'm catching on too much. If I come in and the energy feel funny in the room, I just carry on with what I'm doing. I ain't even saying, hey, I ain't coming to get no kiss. I ain't saying nothing because I know how he operating. So then he'll get a little attitude. So you just gonna walk in and don't give me a kiss? Yes, sir, because you don't want no kiss right now. He hated when I did stuff like that. Like, I could just call it out just like that. But I've dealt with him for so long that I can see the different things that, you know, when it's changing up in there, I know when it's different. I ain't finna play with you. You know, in 4 years, I learned a lot, y'all. That's why I said I went through my journey the best way I could go through my journey. And I learned so much dealing with him. Things that I should have been seeing from the get-go, I did not. But as the years went on, I started catching on to different things and giving things my own meaning and names. And then only to find out that there's a whole world out here of narcissism, and it's a whole vocabulary of words and meanings to the madness, which is crazy. It's really crazy. Manipulation and control from Victoria Hall. Yes, exactly. That's all they want to do. But that's where they feel like that's where their power is. If they're not controlling anything or manipulating you, they feel helpless. Because they ain't got nothing. In their real world, they're nobody. So they pretend to be other people and present that to you. So the man that I was experiencing, thinking I was experiencing myself and other women that this man done been in their lives. So he done took different things from me, and he's taking different things from other women. And I know that to be true for a fact, because when I was sitting on the other side of the fence, looking inside the window at him with the she was either an old supply or a new supply or whatever, but with another supply, and he was making her do all the things that I did. He was making her carry herself like me, making her wear her hair like me, her makeup like me. He wanted her to cook like me, use all the seasonings I use. He wanted her to clean like me. He wanted her to go grocery shopping like me. They will transform you, and they also transform themselves. Narcs is a trip, man. It's a whole crazy world out here. Like, and I'm telling y'all, I ain't know nothing. I was lost in the sauce until somebody said, have you ever tried to look up narcissistic? And I did one time before, but I still didn't get the full lesson out of it until now. I'm learning so much more, because at that time that I was looking at it, I was trying to fit. It's gonna sound crazy, but the crackhead had narcissistic traits too. So it was kind of confusing to me, because like I was looking up toxic behaviors of a crackhead, and I landed into the narcissistic thing. And so he had a mixture of all that. So I'm like, well, dang, which one is he? Is a crackhead? Which I know he's a crackhead, but is he a narcissist too? So I was a little confused when I was looking at that, because the crackhead and the narcissist kind of went hand to hand in the stuff that I was looking up or whatever. So I just gave it a break, because it was mind-boggling to me. But now that I know, he definitely was a narcissist too, but he was the violent one. The crackhead was the violent narcissist. The last one I dealt with, he was just verbally, and you know, he did little things, but he didn't do anything physical to me with his hands. But he did physical damage to my mind. He did. And I've gotten that back. So we healing from that. You know what I'm saying? That's how we getting ourselves back. You definitely will lose yourself in a narcissist. And that's why I was talking on that when I was reading Mika Love's on, and I had got sidetracked, and it brought me right on back. So that's good. You must be a very kind person. Narcissists will use your kindness against you. They are sick. Plum Duff, yes, I definitely am a kind-hearted person, and most definitely he used me and manipulated me, and I couldn't see through the games. I was too blinded at the time, but now I see, and I ain't got time to let another one come in and play with me like that. So that's where all of this learning and doing my research and studying and stuff is coming from, because I definitely don't want to go back. I don't have time to go back down that road again with a narcissist. I don't. You know what I'm saying? There's a chance I may run into another one, but if I do, it ain't gonna take me 4.5 years to know that I need to go ahead and exit stage left and gonna let buddy do what buddy do, because I ain't nothing I can do to change it. So I'm not gonna put in a lot of time and effort into trying to change them or make them love me or make them be different. I ain't finna do all that. So now I know better, and when you know better, you do better. So that's what I'm doing. I'm getting my learn on so I can see. Okay, narcissists can't love, all they do is take. You right about that, Plum. They will definitely take, and they do things to get you to do stuff for them. So if a narc come up to you and want to buy your food, the one I dealt with, he always had an ulterior motive. He always, like, I done saved a couple of women out here while we was together, because if I wouldn't have called him, y'all have been swooped up in this little web too. And I'm like, you know what, but I was telling him, I'm like, listen, what I'm peeping with you now is that you do things for other people to do stuff for you. I say, so you really ain't doing nothing out of the kindness of your heart. You doing it because you're looking for something in return. I say, and that ain't right. So if he helps a lady on the side of the road, he want to get a phone number, he want to be her mechanic all of a sudden, this, that, and the third, because he want that payment back. They ain't giving out nothing for free, baby. They need payment. They need that back. What I do for you, I want that back. I'm going to smile and tell you, no, I'm going to take care of you. But really, no, I want it back. That's how them narcs be operating. Yep. Zaria, I'm still scared today. Hey, I ain't mad at nobody taking their time on this dating thing, because listen, even on my little karaoke app, why we using that as a dating app now? That's what I'm trying to find out. And it ain't nothing but a bunch of people from Nigeria and Africa on there and stuff trying to scam people. Because why I say that? Because I ain't just pinpointing them out, but been there, done that. WhatsApp, none of that. I don't want no WhatsApp. I don't want no POF. I don't want no tag. I don't want no black planet, brown planet, green planet, none of them. No Moco, nothing. I don't need none of them. If my husband can't walk up to me and see me, I don't want it. Because all we doing on these dating sites is be lying. And I can say that because I've been there, done that. And I ain't had no luck with it. It ain't for everybody. Some people have luck on these dating websites, but it just ain't for your girl. I put a lot of time and effort into the dating sites, and I ain't never got nothing worth keeping at all. Because where they at? I'm single. Where they at? And a lot of them narcs that I got in them toxic relationships, I got off of them. But this time, the last one that I had, I didn't get him off the internet. I got him from chasing me down, and decided to give him a chance because I thought he was a good person. And look what it got me. Even though I thank him for all the hell and drama he put me through, because it landed me here loving myself, I thank him for that. But baby, you could have kept all the games. You could have just kept it real. That's what I be trying to tell people. Like, when I'm on these dating sites and stuff like that, like, listen, if it's some booty that you after, say that. Because I may not be the girl for you, but there's somebody else on this app who want to be your booty girl. That's all I'm saying. Keep it real with me so I can keep it real with you. And that way we ain't wasting each other's time. Because if that's what you want, and that ain't what I'm looking for, even though back in the day, I used to go against my word all the time, thinking that it would change if I loved on the person or whatever. No, it don't. Stick to your boundaries. Don't let nobody talk you out your boundaries. And I've been talked out of mine plenty of times. And that's what the problem is right now. So I'm learning to be strong in my boundaries. When I say no, that's what I mean. If I say that ain't what I'm looking for in a relationship, I don't want to make no deals on my boundaries. I don't want to make no exceptions. I don't want to be like, well, he say he don't want a wife right now. He don't want a girlfriend right now, but later on he might. That ain't good enough for me. If you ain't on the same page I'm on at the same time, I'm not for to sit here and be on standby, which is what I was doing, but not thinking that that's what I was doing, thinking that, oh, I can woo him over. I ain't for to be on standby while you make up your mind whether, yeah, you want to be with me, but you still dealing with other people and this, that, and the third. No, not doing that no more. I done been her. I want to be somebody different. I want to try something new. So that's what I'm doing. I'm really figuring out what it is Shalyssa is really looking for in these relationships, because Baby, I'm telling you, I was hard up on getting married. But now when I'm sitting back and looking at married life and I'm looking at the realness of married life, baby, that's some work. It is. And I still want to get married. But the mindset that I had thinking about marriage is different now. It's real different. This is different. It ain't just something you just wake up and do and just think that, oh, it's going to be grapes and cherries and, you know, it's going to be easy every day. No, it's work. And both of y'all got to be willing to put in the fight to keep it together. So, yeah, definitely. Mika Love, after I left that demon, my life have been so peaceful and stress-free. My happiness, my peaceful, my freedom, and my energy means everything to me. Yes, I'm with you on that, most definitely. Because I'm telling you, sometimes you be weighing their energy and it ain't even yours. It ain't even yours. You be sitting here and that's... I try not to get so deep, y'all, but I'm just saying, when we connect with these people, the energies rub off on each other. So what they carrying, you get the energies transfer, basically. You know what I'm saying? And so if you ain't with the right one, you carrying all this dark energy with you, man. It messes with you too. So it ain't just their stuff, it's y'all stuff. Because now we done became one by connecting through relations, and you be all jacked up and don't even know why you all jacked up. You just be sitting here like, man, why I feel like this? It ain't my feelings. It's his junk that you carrying or her junk that you carrying. It ain't even your own. So peace, baby. I'll take peace for 500. Even 1,000, maybe 1,000,000. I ain't got that much, baby. I take peace over all the nonsense that a narcissist trying to bring. Hennessy Black, they will unalive you if you go back and forth because they really don't like you. It's not a game. Man, listen. You hit the nail on the head right there. Because the crackhead, I took him back so many times and he was physical. And each time, the physical got worse and worse and worse and worse to the point where that man was trying to off me with some daggone fingernail polish remover. Listen, I didn't know. You might be like, fingernail polish remover, really? Baby, that's some strong smelling stuff when it's held up to your nose and you sleep and you inhale that stuff. Baby, about to check right on up out of here. Had me searching the whole house for this chemical because I'm like, boy, I ain't think I had nothing in the house that will, you know, smell like that. But it's a different smell when it's close to your nose and going up in your nose like that. It smells different than it does in the bottle. But baby, he was trying to take me out with that. And at that time, I was done with the relationship. He knew that I didn't want to be with him no more and that it was over and done with. And so he was trying to do anything and everything because he said to me, if I can't have you, nobody else can have you. And so when somebody tell you that, what that mean? Yeah, it got worse. But I had never told him I wanted to leave him before like that. So when I did that, that was something different to him. And he didn't like the way that was going. But baby, yes, they will try. They will try. And even if they don't try to unalive you, if you keep going back and forth, the relationship get worse anyway. So it's not going to remain the same. And all they do is pick up where they left off at. See, my issue is that I would start him over with a clean slate, which was a reward for him because that's what the narcs want. They want a clean slate. They don't want to be held accountable for anything. So when they come back into the relationship, if y'all talk, you answer the phone, you break no contact or whatever, you're telling them that it's okay to treat me the way that you treated me. It's okay for you to do the things that you did to me. So why are you tripping about it now when you want to try to talk to them about, okay, well, let's talk about how we ended up getting to this place in the first place? Nah, not with no narc. We ain't finna live in the past. That was his favorite thing to tell me. Why is you still living in the past, woman? That never happened. We good now. Let's not go back there because then you finna make me mad. Now you finna pretend he having a heart attack and all this good stuff, and we finna start all over. And so because I don't want to go back through those motions again, I just said, okay, forget it. You know what I'm saying? But that's the gimmick. That's the game that they play. But it never gets better. It always get worse every time you take a narcissist back. Sorry, why don't want to take their anger? A lot of them don't want to take their anger out on the ones that hurt them. That's it. That's it, right? I used to say that to him all the time. He would literally get off the phone, be arguing with whoever he arguing with, and then turn around and start making it my fault why he arguing with the person he arguing with on the phone. And I'm like, hold on, wait. You was just on the phone with them. Why didn't you say all that to them? He's like, because every time you walk in the room, when I tell y'all the stuff be stupid, it be stupid for real. Every time you walk in the room, you got a slam doggone door. And then it's stupid. But some kind of way, it's going to be my fault. It's my fault why he arguing with the person on the phone. I ain't said nothing. I ain't did nothing. And big ups to the ones who can find the supplies that they got. Like, and was able to call them and talk to them and see them in public. Baby, I ain't get to see nothing. Nobody would snitch on him. I didn't meet no supplies that I was aware of. But it's two of them that I think about all the time. And every time I ask him about it, he say no. But I still feel strongly that he probably had some dealings with them. Probably wasn't the same thing that I was thinking he was doing with them. But they had some inappropriate dealings with each other or whatever. But he would always deny it. And it's crazy. And so, yeah, I remember one time he even faked tears and everything after getting off the phone with somebody else and arguing with them. He said what he needed to say, and then I'm just standing there stuck like, this was so random. You just walk in the house. He was outside on the phone yelling. He walks back in the house and he just started going off on the house always dirty. This, that, and the third, water bottle all on the counter and stuff. And I'm like, what? So I'm sitting there looking at him, and so he was just like, listen, I don't want you to think that I don't love you, because that's the least, that's the how did he say it? I used to say it perfectly. He was like, I don't want you to think that I don't love you, because you will be so far from the truth if you think that. He's like, I'm gonna go ahead and apologize now, because I'm gonna mess up a lot in this relationship, but this is gonna be a journey. I told you it wasn't gonna be a piece of cake dealing with me, this, that, and the third. I'm like, when did you tell me that? But the fact that he crying, I done dismissed all of that, because he's crying and he's never cried in front of me, never showed emotions and stuff. And this still a year into the relationship. He had never showed any emotions or anything, not to nobody passing away, not to anything, never seen him cry. So that moment when he had cried, baby, he had me hooked. I was out of there. I was gone. I'm like, oh, baby, come here. Just tell me all about it. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm a fool. I done feel deeper and deeper into the hole. And now he's sitting there like, yeah, I got her. So, boy, I'm telling you, when you sit back and think about things, you start to see where you went wrong in a lot of the situation. Because I'm telling you, he had me wrapped around his finger like glue, baby. But I'm so glad to be unstuck. I'm so unstuck now, baby. I ain't stuck on Band-Aid brand no more. I'm off. I'm off the narc. I'm off the narc. That's a drug. I'm off the narc now, y'all. I'm getting healed. I don't do narcs no more. Y'all know I'm stupid. Don't mind me. Okay. Victoria, Mika, keep strong on your healing journey. Yes, most definitely, baby. We gonna get through this. We is. That's why we sitting here and we talking about these things and releasing it. You know what I'm saying? Because, baby, listen, life goes on. It do. We gotta move on in our own time, but life does go on, because these narcs move just like that. Not saying that that's what we gotta do, but we gotta know that it was a journey, it was a lesson, and now that we see, we gotta go ahead and move forward. Do what's best for us. We can't be stuck in that place no more. It's a whole nother world on the other side. It gets better once you start your healing journey. If you're still in it, it's gonna take a little more, but eventually I pray that you get to a point where you can get right on up and walk out and be like, you know what, I'm not gonna let you hold me no more. Your little games, None of that. The fact that we got kids, I'm not going to sit here and let that hold me down from being happy, because they want you miserable. They want you miserable. They ain't happy. So why should you be happy? And I seen that with the narc I was dealing with. Anytime I was very, very happy, boy, he had to try to find some kind of way to bring that thing down a notch. Like, whoa, wait, you too high up there. I need you to come down. Come on back down here. Yeah, I need you to come back to misery land. No, be there by yourself. And that's what I did. I just started leaving him and his stuff by himself. And now he's sitting there like, so you just don't care about me no more. I care about you. I just don't care to sit there and be, depressed and all that there stuff, because I'm a very fun, energetic person, and I don't want to be sad. I don't want to feel like this for what? What am I feel like this for? No, that's you. I'm trying to pull you out of it, but if you want to stay stuck there, you stay there. Nope. Don't let them hold you down. Hennessy very much. Oh, because they are cowards. They are definitely cowards. Ooh, some chickens, baby. Listen, I ain't never seen the narc chastise no man. But a woman, the one I dealt with, baby, I'll cuss a woman from her rooter to her tutor. But a man, nah, I'm going to go ahead and sit down somewhere, because, see, if I do what I really want to do, he ain't going to like me. Nah, do what you really want to do, because I want to see something. Because the way you be big talking around here, I want to see you get on somebody else. And that be my thing. See, that's when the other side of me come out, y'all. Because I be like, listen, I ain't backing down from no fight. So when you around here talking big boy talk to me and raising your voice and doing all the things that you do to me, I want to see you handle somebody else like that. Crackhead did the same thing too. Oh, you ain't got no problem with put your hands on me. But another woman step to you and you like, oh, dog, you better come get your girl. You better come get... No, slap her down to the floor like you do me. But she ain't going to bounce back up and hit you like I do. But go ahead, hit her. Let me see you handle her the same way that you handle me. They don't never handle nobody else the same way that they handle you. They do everybody else different. So that makes me think like, well, who you think you is? Well, who you think I am? I'm not deserving to be respected? Get out of here. I didn't feel that way years ago, but try me now. Okay. Plum, narcissists are predators. Be careful. People avoid. Yes, most definitely. They seek out, they prey, baby. I'm telling you, they sit there, watch you, they learn you just so they can get you to hurt you. They don't want nothing from you but to hurt you, to steal your joy. If you got a lot going for yourself, they coming to take all of that from you. They want you down to the ground, so that way when you get down to the bottom and they taking everything from you, they gonna leave you in the mess that they made for you. They gonna walk away and leave you there, and so you can turn around and beg them to come back, because you can't put your life back together without them. Oh no. And I'm telling you, listen, I was so weak and gone. When I tell y'all God had his hands on me in this relationship, because he said it in so many ways, but I was not getting it. Because he was like, the first time he discarded me, y'all know I ended up in the hospital and all this good stuff. And it was just really, really bad or whatever. But when he called in to do that Hoover and gaslight, to check and see where I'm standing, and if I done crumbled or broke down or whatever, he gonna say to me, because I remember getting upset with him, because he was like, well, what you need me to come back for? He was like, how the house doing? And I was like, well, if you were worried if I still have food, lights, and water, and a place to live, I'm doing great. He was like, well, then you don't need me to come back home. What you need me for? What you mean? So then that was a trigger for me to be like, no, I need you, baby. I need you to come back home, because I can't make it without you, and this, that, and the third, which I've said to him before. And that gave him that extra, narc fuel that he needed to keep him pushing. And so that's what he was expecting from me every single time. But I wasn't going for it. No, you got me that low before, so you won't get me that low again. Some things I just won't do again, and some things I will. But I learned my lesson with that one. And so I was like, oh, so you thought that you left me for dead. That's what you thought. I said, oh, okay. And I hung up the phone on him. The very first time I hung up the phone on him, and he called me back. I answered the phone. normally when I hang up on somebody, I don't call. Well, I don't answer the phone or call back or whatever. But he called back, and I answer the phone or whatever because I'm still in love with him at the time. So I answered the phone, and he was sitting there. He said hello, and then he went to talking to other people in the background. And I'm sitting there ranting on, cussing him out, this, that, and the third. And he was disrespectful, going to my son, hold on. Sir, how I'm going to hold on and I'm in the middle of cussing you out? Please tell me. So, yeah, y'all, they avoid them, please. I'm telling you, it's a roller coaster. Mika love, to be honest, when you are with a narcissist, you are alone. Yes, you are. You are alone. I'm telling you, you're alone in your feelings. You're alone doing everything. If you got kids together, you alone taking care of those kids. So you're still single when you're dealing with a narcissist. I handled everything. Everything. And I still felt alone. But for some reason, I still felt like that man made my world. Because when he wasn't in it, I felt empty. But I was still alone. When you think about it. It's crazy. All the little things that he was talking about we was going to do as a family, I did those things by myself. This last time around was the first time we celebrated my birthday, celebrated Christmas, celebrated Thanksgiving, and the New Year's. Thanksgiving I did by myself. Christmas he wanted to play like he was sick or something or whatever, but I wasn't, nope. Because at this time I done grabbed the mentality of, okay, I'm not finna beg you, because he like for you to beg him. I ain't finna beg you to do nothing, sir. You don't want to go in here and open up your gifts under this tree, sir. That is fine with me. But you'll be opening them by yourself while everybody else is carrying on with their Christmas Day and doing their stuff. But he jumped right on up early that morning. Went up and woke the boys up and everything. Waking up the whole house. Y'all get up. It's Christmas Day. So, you know what I'm saying? But that's the act that they do. They great actors. I'm going to always say that. Great actors. Because it's something that he needed from me. He needed to keep hanging on a little longer till he hooked that fish that caused him to send me that text message of him finally getting a place or whatever. So once he finally hooked that fish and she bit the bait, it was a wrap. And that text message meant that sale was finalized. That's what I'm learning. Plum Duff, Mika, so true. Victoria, Mika, yes, when you're not educated on narcissism. Yep. Hennessy, if you still talk to them, you're already lost. It's not about you, it's your energy. Yes, most definitely your energy. Because that's what they need. They can't produce their own good stuff. So they gotta take somebody else's good stuff. Zariah, I'm sorry. You're beautiful and glowing. Thank you, love. Mika love at Victoria High Street. Okay. Victoria Hennessy, your best move with a narc is no move. That's it. Baby, act like they don't even exist. Just listen. The phone calls, don't even accept them. Don't do nothing. Just let it be. And eventually, they'll move around. But they always come back to try it again because they just don't get it. They don't get it. And I've had that, you know what I'm saying? Just about everybody that I've dated and they experience me, the goodness of me, I don't care. Right now to this day, they still pop up out of the blue. Calling and checking on me. You still with that man? You still love me? Bro, if you don't get your 10 years been out of my life self up out of here, ain't nobody think about you no more. Quit calling me. What you calling me for? I was just checking. And then one toxic one, the 25-year-old that I was telling y'all about, who I had got into it. We had a whole blow up on Facebook or whatever. So 2019, he reached out to me. Still dealing with the same woman that me and her had got into it on Facebook or whatever. But sitting here lying, telling me, I ain't seen that girl in years. I don't talk to her no more. She don't even know where I stay at. I done moved this, that, and the third. Then knock at the door while we on the phone. He gonna tell us, hold on. So he put me on hold and come back to the phone. Gonna tell us, man, how this stupid girl found my address? I don't know how she found. I said, bye. Hung up the phone, because baby, they still call in and check up on you. They do. And sometimes you'll think that they done changed. Maybe some of them do. But honey, after And that was well over 10 years old with me and him. It was like, that was 15 years. And he was still dealing with the same problem that caused you to lose me in the first place. So go on, get out of here. Go on. Just stop playing with me. Not that I was going to take him back anyway, but I just, he did have good conversation, and I thought that we could, we could talk about it. But then you sitting here talking like you want to get back with me, and then you still dealing with the same issue. I'm good. Keep moving, sir. Yup. You could love. When you're tired of being tired and done with being done, you will detach from that demon. Baby, you better say that again. Mika, say that for the ones in the back that did not hear you. When you get tired of being sick and tired and done with being done, baby, let me tell you, this is what it looked like. Me, right here, because I'm telling y'all. If you ask me, I don't think nobody was ever in love with their narc the way that I was in love with my narc. Because I'm telling you, baby, I ain't never thought I'd see the day that I'll be done with being done and tired of being sick and tired. That wasn't for me. Baby, I had enough energy and strength to keep carrying on with this man foolishness until I felt like it got better. I'm telling y'all, if God hadn't changed my heart for this man and showed me the things that he needed to show me this time around, I still be dealing with him right now. And I'm telling you, he gotta know I meant what I said. Cause I'm telling you, he ain't trying to he did a little something, but he ain't did what he normally do to try to get back at me. Not saying he probably ain't coming up with a great idea of thinking that it's gonna work. It ain't gonna work, sir. It ain't gonna. You are done. You done told your butt to the point of no return. Ain't no, baby, if you just listen to me and follow directions, we'll be good. Now, I tried that. I tried that. That didn't work. He ain't got no business left here. I'm telling you, I'm done. When my sister asked me, she was like, if he changes his life around, do you think that you'll give him help? Hell no. I'm going to just go ahead and say it. Hell no. Nope. Not when I sit back and think about all the things that he put me through. I can't. No. I gave him too much time. I gave him too much time to change his life and make things right for us or whatever. It ain't work. So I'm good. I am so good on that. I don't need it. There's somebody out there better who will love me the way that I need to be loved and ain't gonna come with all these games, because if he want me and want my time, he gonna make time and he gonna make sure that he protect my heart. So I ain't finna accept no excuses no more. And that's all a narc gonna give you is excuses. Plum Duff, I bought my ex-narcissist a car for her birthday. You know what she got me? A cup of water. I left, she was seeing 2 other guys at the same time. Listen. For my very first birthday that I celebrated with the narc, I ain't get nothing. Except, okay, I'm lying. He did take me to a seafood restaurant. Now, I do like seafood. And I ain't even gonna say that I didn't want to go to the seafood restaurant, but that was his thing. You know what I'm saying? And when he said it, I was just happy for the fact that he even wanted to do something, because I know him to be salty when it comes to different holidays and different things for different people or whatever. Some things he's real energetic about and persistent about, and some things he just like, nah, you can go on without me or whatever. So I thought my birthday was gonna end up like that, because even though this was the first birthday we celebrated in person, all my other birthdays were celebrated during phone calls and him coming back in for a gaslight and a Hoover. So we didn't never do anything or, actually physically be together. And so the first time that we did, he actually took me to a seafood restaurant or whatever. But I felt like, because when I woke up on my birthday morning, we were already out of town. But I felt like he was going to actually find a reason why we needed to stay out of town, which is where all of his other supplies are. I thought he was going to make up an excuse on why we need to stay another night, when I've already told him I don't want to stay here for my birthday. I want to go back and do something for my birthday or whatever. And my son was kind of salty because he's never celebrated my birthday without me being home, and we was out of town for my birthday or whatever. So he was like, my son called in that morning and wished me happy birthday and was like, Mom, I really wish you was home so we could do something, this, that, and the third. So the narc was like, I'll bring her back home. Golly, you know what I'm saying? So I really thought that he was gonna, you know, try to be salty and do something that he wanted to do on my birthday. But he actually did. But for Christmas time, he ended up not buying anybody anything for Christmas, but was sitting here telling me about how he gonna go and do all these different things for everybody. But then he was like, my money didn't work out, but I'm gonna buy the little girl in the neighborhood a Christmas gift. And I'm just like, well, how you gonna do that? He's like, yeah, that's my little friend or whatever, and she's so cute, and I always give her popsicles and this, that, and the third. But you can't buy nobody in your household or your actual kids. Not saying that he shouldn't buy anything for somebody else's child, but I'm just saying, if you got a household that you need to buy stuff for, but your money is too low for you to get something for your household, but you can go out in the streets and buy something for somebody else that don't even live in your house, somebody that you don't even take care of, and like, just don't make sense to me. And so he just went Christmas without buying anybody anything. But I heard him over the phone after he opened up his gifts and everything, and was like, he was lying. Whoever was on the phone, I guess they asked him, how was your Christmas going or whatever, and he was like, oh, it's going all right. I ain't getting nothing for Christmas. And sitting there with a whole pile in front of him of Christmas gifts that he got. And I'm sitting there looking at the phone call, looking at the presents, looking at him, and I'm like, make it make sense, sir. Why were you lying? I told you about listening to my conversations. Everybody don't have to know my every move and this, that, and the third, but you're a lie. Because everybody do know your every move. You tell everybody everything else except for me. But they stingy like that, though. They'll do you dirty for your birthday, and then you go all out for them, because it ain't never been a Father's Day or his birthday that I ain't did something for him. I may not have thrown him a party, but I've always gotten him gifts and things. And the only time I've gotten a gift from him was Valentine's Day and my birthday that we just celebrated together recently. Other than that, he was like, I don't do holidays. I don't do all that stuff. And I'm like, okay, it is what it is. I really enjoy doing stuff for other people. So it's not really about what you do for me. But I mean, at least if I always come through for you, at least come through for me once or twice or something, you know what I'm saying? But that's how they move. And that was dirty. Daggone cup of water. Plum, I would. Don't listen to me. Don't. I can be a bad influence sometimes. But I get what you're saying, boo. Victoria, Mika, I'm happy for you, girl. But beware. They like to come back around. Right when you are back on your game. Yes, they do. They will definitely. It's like they can smell when you done got your stuff together and you done cleared your mind of them and you back ready, because that's how it always happened for me. As soon as I heal and get myself back to a place where I'm like, you know what? I'm just fine without him in my life. I can go on from here. I don't need him. As soon as I get good on my game, baby, he's like right on in. Hey, I need my hair done. Or I was just calling to check on my son. Another thing of control too was he was trying to tell me that if I move on, that I better notify these guys that I'm dating that he's my son's father, and he's not. That's just his way of keeping the door open for him. So that way, while I'm dealing in another relationship, he can still have his hands in it controlling me. And I was like, I thought about it at first, and I was like, yeah, I'm going to start using it. And then I was like, no. That's your way of controlling me. No, I'm not doing that. He's not your son. He my son. I spit him out. He look just like me. I'm his daddy. That's who I am. Hennessy, that sinister smirk. That's when they start to hate you and want you unalive. It's evil. If you ever experience that smirk of a narc, baby. Some people say they see the dark black eyes. I ain't seen that yet, except for, well, not with this one, but with the crackhead / narc. Baby, listen, that was a whole, I couldn't even tell that story fully how I wanted to, but I had to go ahead and pull something out on that one, because I'm like, listen, I had to pull the Bible verse out of everything. Peace be still, because I will do it. Don't play with me right now. I'm telling you, it was bad. That was bad. I had never seen his eyes change like that. No, I'm lying. Okay, so the crackhead and the very first narcissist that I dealt with, when we was in the garage and he had me jacked up against the wall, and his eyes was fiery red and black. Like, I didn't know who he was at the time, but my feet was dangling off the ground. That's how high he had me up on the wall. So if I'd been in some crazy stuff, y'all. I will never trust women again after the narcissist experience. Plum, don't let that deter you away from all women. And I know exactly how you feel, because listen, I'm there, and I'm slowly working my way out of that, because the damage that they do, it make you feel like I just can't take another, and everybody is out to get me. Everybody not out to get you. Heal properly, so that way when somebody do step to you, you can read right through them. That's all we gotta do. We gotta just be able to see these signs and not make it okay, like bow down to the red flags that we done seen. Let's not ignore the red flags. That's what they're there for. If we ignore the red flags, then that's, you know what I'm saying, that's our, what's the word? That would be our way of knowing that, okay, because it's okay to miss the red flag. You don't have to be perfect, but just don't give up. You know what I'm saying? Because there is somebody out there that's decent just for you. We just got to open our eyes and see what we got in front of you. All these different games that people trying to throw our ways, we just got to know how to curve the ball. Bob and weave, and just be like, you know what, baby girl, that's fine. You can like what you like, and you can talk and act how you want to act, but this is not for me. So I'm going to go ahead and slide on out the way, and I'm going to let you do you, because there's somebody out there who will tolerate you acting the way that you act. But we ain't going to shut down everybody, because we're not going to harden our hearts, is what I'm trying to say. We still going to give ourselves time to heal, and when we feel it's the right time to, because like even for a minute there, I was like, I'm not even finna date nobody. I don't even want to talk to nobody, because I done ran into too many narcs, and so 9 times out of 10 I feel like I'm gonna run into another one. But then I was sitting there thinking, and I was like, you know what, nah, I ain't gonna be like that. But I'm still not just running and jumping into the dating world either, because I still got to make sure Shalyssa's heart is in the right place. Make sure that I'm not out for revenge, or I'm out to call everybody a narcissist, or to, you know, pin up everybody's flaws and things like that. No, that's not what I want to do. I want to be in a healthy relationship, and we can do that, y'all. We just gotta pay attention to the red flags, and when we see them, let's not make them nothing other than what they are. They are definitely red flags. And we gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna take that into consideration, because I done seen this before, and I know where this led me. So if the red flag that you seeing ain't worked for you the last time, I advise you not to go and get into something like that. Don't even say, well, they got this red flag, but they don't have everything that person did. You know, you can give people a chance, but baby, I gotta learn not to let people show me 4 and 5 times who they is before I believe it. I gotta believe the first time. That's why I gotta, you know, I'm working on with myself, is believing the first time you show me, not waiting 4 and 5 times thinking, oh, it's gonna get better. Because if it didn't get better with the last person, why am I different? What am I so special for? And there is people out here who get with people and they change each other's lives and stuff like that. But it's, you know, I don't know nothing about that. I ain't never, you know, in a physical relationship, I don't know if I've changed anybody's life like that. But I've seen cheaters get with another woman and they stop their cheating and they marry off to them and do them right and do everything that they did, you know, fix all the things that they did wrong in their past. I've seen that happen before. I don't know how you do that though, but you know, that ain't my forte, so I can only talk from where I've been and what I've experienced, you know. But yeah, don't harden your heart. Just give it time, and when you feel the time is right, baby, get back out there. Somebody out there. Yep. But don't, by all means, I ain't telling nobody to sit here and tolerate nothing. Nothing toxic, nothing narcissistic, nothing. I ain't telling you to tolerate none of that stuff. Just see the red flags is all I'm saying. We are narc survivors. Well done, people. Yes, we are. Mika Love, the narcissist will lie about everything, even about how much money they have and the life they are living. You daggone skip it, Mika. Show lied to me. Had me fooled up. I'm just thinking he was just a sweet, kind-hearted person. But no, he really was he was spreading his love. Well, his toxicity. He was spreading it all over the place. Everywhere. And don't mind traveling, baby. The narc I dealt with, honey, he'll travel all the way to Arizona for that. Hey, ain't no mountain high enough and no valley low enough for that one. He will go wherever you send him. He coming. He coming. Play with it if you want to. These things be on the move, baby. They like roaches and cats. If you feed them one time, baby, they ain't going nowhere. Oh, you my girlfriend now. You my boyfriend. We kissed. Oh, you my boyfriend now. Yep. We together. Yep. We been together very strong. Yep. Plum Duff narcissists are superb liars. Yes, they are. Control games, most definitely. Mika Love, they are too damn needy. And don't appreciate anything you do. And everything you do is never enough. Man, you better say that again. Never. I'm telling you, he gonna tell me my little funky $500 wasn't doing nothing, but my $500 was getting him back and forth up the road and buying him his little, odds and ends that he didn't have. But my little $500 ain't nothing for the money that I thought he had, which was all loans. He ain't had no money, but had me thinking he had money all this time, y'all. And I wasn't with the man for his money, so I really didn't care about it. I just, he was paying bills in my eyes. He was handling business. But when I really looked into it and found out, you broke, bro. Ain't no money there. You looking for somebody to take care of you. So he'll break bread with you when he got it. But when he ain't got it, he'll move on to the next person. Because I ain't got no money to do what you need to do. So ain't no need for me to stay here. I gotta bounce. So he would make up an excuse. Because sometimes, like I told y'all, we had got this place together. So when it came time to paying the rent and he didn't have his part, or he didn't have the rent, he'll start an argument and move out. He will. And I didn't pay attention to that until later on. Looking back at the stories and stuff. He only came back into my life because he needed something. Or things didn't work out for him when he left. And with the supply that he left with, it didn't work out for him. So now he got to turn around and come back to me. And I was a revolving door. I left it open for him. So, you know what I'm saying? They don't appreciate it. Not at all. Nope. You were trusting. He sounds a typical narc. He definitely was, boy, and I didn't know how typical he was. Plum. Victoria, they seek out empathetic people with a heart to manipulate. They see us as easy targets. They definitely do. Because most of them, most of the time when you see a narc with somebody, just look at the person that they with. The person is easygoing, nice, sweet. They caring, they take care of them, they look after them. Them the kind of people they want, but they don't want to be with the people that are just like themselves. And I used to tell him all the time, I'm like, why? If I don't cooperate and listen to you and follow directions, why you keep coming after me? Why you won't go be with somebody that wants and do the same things that you do? Could never answer that question. He wouldn't answer that question. Because it ain't gonna work if he get with somebody that's just like him. That means they in the same boat. They both looking for somebody to play with. And so they need somebody who gonna play with, because they're not gonna play with each other. They can't get what they want out of each other. So ain't no need for them to, get with the same kind of people. Hey, Miss Coffee, if you still in here, thanks for coming through, my love. You know this narcissists never have real friends. Hey, Plum, you right about that. I used to tell him all the time, I'm like, why you let them people talk to you and do you like that? Why you keep giving these people money and stuff like that? He was like, because you got to keep your enemies closer. I'm like, but I get that. I was like, but you giving away money. And the narc that I dealt with would buy friendship. he would use money to get friends. Because in reality, he's weird. So he would buy his way into a friendship. And I used to tell him, you ain't got to do that with people. Just, if they ain't trying to mess with you on the long way, then don't come shoot money at people just to get them to like you. But that's what he did. That's what he's been doing all his life. And I'm telling you, a lot of things that he did, he came into the relationship doing. So I couldn't really change the things that he was doing because he was already doing when he came in. All right. Victoria, everyone is potential supply for a narc. Yes, it is, baby. The opportunists. They don't care who it is, baby. Mika Love, I was forced to let go because I was tired of the disrespect, manipulation, devalue, cheating, gaslight, games, the cycles, physical abuse, mental abuse, emotional abuse, etc. Hey, I'm telling you, that's when you sick and tired of being sick and tired. That's it. But that's crazy. I'm sorry we all went through these crazy things, but you know what? It's getting us to a better place. It really is. Shannon, girl, you're alive. Yay. And I made it. I'm glad you made it, Shannon, if you're still in here. Hennessy, there's never just one. There are multiples. Most of them know each other. They like to do things in groups. If you know what I'm saying, if they're the ones that don't participate. Yep. Sure does. And then them flying monkeys don't be no better. I'm telling you, I couldn't get nobody to snitch on this man. Not that I was out asking anybody anything either, but the people he put in my face, all of them always had something good to say. Oh, you got yourself a good man here. Oh, he good. This one right here, he very helpful. He does this, he does that. You ain't got no words with him. So I couldn't get nobody to say nothing bad about this man. And I'm like, and another thing, they're different when they're in a relationship with you. If you pay attention to the gaslight and the Hoover, I don't know if everybody on does this, but the one I dealt with, he does that. When we're on a break and he's trying to come back in for a gaslight or Hoover or whatever, he is so nice. He's giving me everything that I've asked for in the relationship, telling me all his whereabouts. We're on the phone 24/7. I ain't gotta ask for nothing. He doing the things that he's supposed to do without no hesitation. But as soon as we get back together, baby, all that stuff gone. Don't look for that once the relationship start back up, because now I just did all that stuff to get you back. So now that I'm back in here, we back to the old ways. I don't like that. And he used to hit me with that all the time. I'm telling you, he would be everything I wanted him to be, and which made me fall so in love with him at those times. But that's when it's the deepest. That's when you really, really got to pay attention in that stage, because baby, great actors. I'm trying to tell you. Plum, my dad was a narcissist. His last word to me on his deathbed was, "Go away, I hate you." Man, listen. Now, to deal with a total stranger being a narcissist, that's one thing. But to deal with a narcissistic parent, y'all, I can't eat to the ones who went through that or are going through that. Baby, I take my hat off to you, and I send up so many prayers for y'all, because I can't even imagine. Because when I think about the love that I have for my mom or whatever, my dad, I love my dad, but I don't have a relationship with my dad like that or whatever. I'm around my dad, I see him or whatever, but I don't have a relationship with him like I do with my stepmom. So like, I don't know. The way I love my mom or whatever though, and for her to treat me like a narc, that would just, I don't know, tear up my insides. Because typically when you're a kid, you love your parents. Your parents are your heroes. You love them with everything you got in you, because those are your first loves. And then for you to grow up and they treat you so toxic and mean and hurtful, I just cannot imagine. And when people tell me stories about their parents, I don't be knowing how to react to that. That right there is just, that's deep for me. I just can't even, because when I think about the things that the narc that I dealt with did to me, and how I'm reading so many comments of people who are going through those things or have gone through those same things, and have parents that do that, I just, listen, y'all done said this about 5 times over again. I just don't know how to react to that. That is hurtful. That's too hurtful for me. Like, I can't even imagine. And I know y'all, like, you don't even imagine. And I just can't. But I send up prayers for y'all to have to go through that, because dealing with a stranger acting like that is one thing, but dealing with a parent like that is a whole nother level. And the fact that you can still have a heart and love in your body for other human beings and stuff, to not treat them how you've been treated, that's some growth right there. So pat yourself on the back if you still can remain loving yourself, your kids, and you grown up with a parent that treated you like that, but you're not expressing that to your kids, and you loving on your kids with full love, unconditional love, and nurturing them. Give yourself a pat on the back for that, because baby, that's some growth. And I'm telling y'all, man, I can't even imagine. So I'm sorry you had to go through that, Plum. I wish your dad was a bit better than that, but baby, you strong. And then turn around and have a woman who's narcissistic to you too. Yeah, we just got to pay attention to those red flags, baby. They be there. We don't see them all the time, but they are there. But don't harden your heart, though. Keep on loving when you feel the time is right. Hennessy, they will all turn against you together and make it a game. Yes, they will. Everybody else already know about you. Hey, Hennessy, yes, they do. You be the only fool hanging around the clique that already know the games that's being played on you, and you don't know nothing. Just sitting there thinking you stupid. And the narc said something to me one time, and I was thinking about that the other day. When we first got together, I met his sister, and I'm talking about when I met his mom and his sisters, them, I was around them every day from that point. So I had got to a point where I was calling his mom. And so I guess that's a normal thing with the relationships that this narc brings around his family, because the sister said to him, no, she said to me, she was like, oh, you calling her mama? She's like, you must plan on sticking around for a long time. And I did not read between the lines or nothing. And I just was like, well, shoot, yeah, the way me and him be carrying on together, baby, we about to take this thing down the aisle, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm so in love over here. He acting like he's so in love with me. So, yeah, baby, I'm here to stay. And she said it with a smirk on her face. So you calling her mama. She says, so that means you planning on sticking around for a long time. And I'm like, yeah, things good between me and him. And then he said to me, he was like, you know, my sister, that one sister, he was like, you got to ignore her sometimes. He was like, sometimes she be trying to be funny. Hence that I had never said anything to him about what his sister said to me. So therefore, they had a sidebar conversation about it. And she told him, and so he brought it to my attention to let me know that my sister just be saying things sometimes to get under people's skin. So don't mind her. But I should have called it when she asked me, but I didn't, because I was so gone. So gone. But I'm the only fool sitting there. Everybody that's there, and we was having a party, everybody else that was there knew what was going on with me, but I didn't. It was a surprise to me. I didn't know the game, and they sitting there like, yeah, that girl, she don't even know. She thinks she the only one. She think he gonna marry her, and she think they gonna be happy together, and not. And so that's what it was. You be the only fool sitting there looking crazy in love. I'm trying to tell y'all. Dear people, do you? Yep. Do you? Be happy. Okay. Wow, Plum Duff. All you can do is try and make happy life for yourself. That's all you can do. Mika Love, they are not worth your time, energy, love, and greatness. We deserve so much more and better. They don't deserve us. They sure don't. Let me see. Let me see. They have an army of flying monkeys. And then you don't even be knowing who all they flying monkeys is either, because people be coming around when you at your lowest, or like if you have a breakup or whatever, they come around, they be talking to you and still trying to, like his sisters, they were, his one sister, because he had a sister who, to me, she didn't come off to me as a flying monkey. She came off to me as if she know her brother ways, and she ain't with his foolishness. She ain't finna be no parts of that or whatever. And she seemed like she was genuine to me or whatever. Not that we had this tight bond relationship or anything like that, but she didn't do the stuff that the other sister did. Now the other sister was with all the nonsense. She would call you up, get information from you, go back and tell the narc. She would help cover up the narc lies and all this other stuff. She would, you know, she'll go and hide the evidence for him. That's how flying monkey is. She was. But the other sister, she was on the chill side, more like, boy, no, you need to get your junk together and stop playing these games and grow up, because you is 50 years old, about to be 51, and you still playing these little 18-year-old narc games, and you need to sit down somewhere, sir, because you getting too old for this. She seemed like she that type, but I ain't never heard her check. Nobody ever checked the narc in front of me, so I don't know. But she didn't seem that big of a narc, monkey to me, like the other sister did. Plum Duff, my kids love me, so I know I did things right. You daggone Skippy. And that goes to show you, Plum, that you're not toxic like your dad was, you know. And that's good, because now your kids get to experience you in a good way versus what you experienced your parent in. Are narc human? Zariah, are narc human? They humans, but they some demons. They listen, they come to do everything the total opposite. If you think of a good healthy person, the narc coming to do the total opposite of a good person. That's what it is. Hennessy Black, Miss Coffee laugh out loud. Mika, my little sister think Usher her husband. Baby, that used to be me too, Mika. If you still in here, girl, listen. When he came out with Can You Get With It, baby, I go back that far. Can You Get With It? I was in love with him then, and then when he came out with Usher My Way, yeah, baby, I was in middle school standing on top of desks and everything, because our TV used to be bolted up on the wall. Honey, I used to sneak up there every time the teacher left the room and hit the button, and it was already on BET. Baby, and I always looked up and Usher came on, and it always be to the part where he just drop his pants and then pull it back up. Baby, that was my part. You could tell me nothing. But I ain't crazy about Usher like that no more. I still love his music, but I grew up, you know what I'm saying? But we two grown people riding in the car, sir. When Usher come on, you still in the childish mind. Don't turn my songs. Don't do that. Because this is on my playlist. This ain't just something that's, you know, randomly coming on. And then sometimes it would just be randomly on my Pandora or whatever. But sir, don't go changing no. Don't change nothing. Just leave it alone. Stop touching them. Stop touching my radio. Put it like that. So true. The sad part is the whole time they've been living to their best life and making yours miserable. Sure do. At least we think they live in their best life, but they live in some kind of life, and they is definitely trying to make ours own miserable. Victoria, they are everywhere. We must understand all we can do to continue to keep our peace. Yep. What is sad is how they treat and do their kids. I've seen the one I dealt with do his kids kind of dirty too or whatever. It's like he has a little girl, and this little girl is probably about 9 or 8 or 10. I want to say, I don't have the exact age, but I've always been, he's told me her age several times, but I keep forgetting or whatever. But the way she be talking to him, shouldn't no little girl be talking to him like that. And then when I say something about his kid, it's a whole issue. But he can say something about mine, and I ain't supposed to feel no type of way. I ain't supposed to be offended. I'm like, no, your daughter should not be leaving you voicemails on your phone with big, strong words asking you why you ain't picked up your phone. That ain't no way your little girl should be talking to you at the age of 9, 8, or 10. No kind of way. And I'm sitting here telling him, I'm like, listen, you start her out on a bad path to disrespect you when she get older. She not gonna have no respect for you. He was like, she a little girl, so it's okay for her to cuss me out. I say, so You telling me it's okay for my 18-year-old son to, well, he was 17 at the time, 17-year-old son to call me and leave me voicemails like that? Nah, he too big, he should know better. No, sir. No, sir. Neither one of them should be doing us like that at all. Ain't no way my son finna call me up on the phone or leave me no voicemail and using them type of words for me, and I'm supposed to be like, oh yeah, son, I was you heck to the no. No, sir, we don't play like that. But they real disrespectful. And then he talked to her the same way he would talk to me or any other woman on the street. So like, I don't know if narcs act the same way they do with, like, if they have a girl, like, I can't even talk. When they have a daughter, they treat their daughters just like their supplies. He ain't had no, listen, when it came to need and supply, he didn't care who he played with to get it. He didn't care. But when it came to fighting, he had to select on who he gonna fight. Plum, I learned boundaries. Narcs hate boundaries. Now I say no. They hate that. They sure do. Baby, I'm getting good and bold with that word. No. Call me up on the phone. No. Can I come get? No. Ain't no. No. No is the strong word. They don't like no. And then don't like to be told what to do. The narc expressed to me too. He was like, I can't stand when you always pointing out all the things that I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. I don't need nobody to tell me that. I'm grown. But sir, even though we're grown, we still got to answer to somebody when we go to work. We still got a boss. And that boss still got a boss. And that boss got a boss. So ain't no way around somebody telling you what to do. Even when he got his own business, somebody's still telling him what he can and can't do. So I'm like, so what you trying to say, sir? They just don't make no sense. They don't. Hennessy Black, they don't care about their kids or anybody else's kids. I just told you they are pedophiles. Be careful with that. Sure is. Now I can't say he gave me that kind of vibe about him or whatever, but I wouldn't put it past him. I wouldn't, because there's a whole lot of stuff that I thought that, you know what I'm saying, he wouldn't possibly be doing, but he probably would. You know what I'm saying? It's just that what I didn't see, I can't say that, you know, he will, but I ain't gonna put it past him, because hell, he's sitting and look at women all daggone day long. Ain't no telling. Ain't no telling. If he can record one walking in the gas station, baby, I ain't gonna put it past him. 23 years of my life wasted on that piece of shit. Girl, I'm with you. But dang, 23. Whew, and I did 4.5. You did way longer. Baby, I'm glad you see the side. You see the light now. And we out of there. When you understand what you're about to deal with, you can make a good decision to keep away. Don't get sucked in. They work with your emotions. Yes, they do. And baby, I'm telling you, when I say they're good actors, they are good actors. They are. But y'all, I thank y'all so much for coming to the live and making it beautiful and great. We had some great conversations here. If I didn't get to all of your messages, your comments, guys, I'm so sorry. But I do have something to do at 6 o'clock, and so we're getting close to that time, and I need to get myself together. I love y'all. Thank y'all for coming through. Please comment, like, share, and subscribe. And keep doing what y'all doing. Grow something and fall in love with y'all self. Y'all have a wonderful day. Mwah.